When you observe poverty in the United States, people are supported by government programs such as government checks and Medicaid. They are even assisted by private charity organizations that provide soup kitchens and homeless shelters. However, if you look at those in developing countries, they do not have this support or luxury, and many face the prospect of starvation. The lack of a social safety net and resources makes it extremely difficult for people to improve their situation without help, regardless of their work ethic. The economist Dr. Muhammad Yunus recognized these problems firsthand and developed a small-scale solution which won him the Nobel Peace Prize.
Stool she is making and the contrast that it depicts. So I went near her and started talking with her. Well, how much money she makes, who buys it, how does she market this product, and how much profit she makes out of that. She started explaining she makes only 2 pennies a day. I couldn't believe anybody could work such a beautiful thing and earn only 2 pennies. Then she explained that she doesn't have the money to buy the bamboo which goes into this bamboo stool. So she had to borrow the money to buy the bamboo stool. How much does a bamboo cost? It costs about 25 cents. She doesn't have the 25 cents to buy the bamboo. So the trader lends her the money, 25 cents, with the condition that she has to sell all the bamboo stools she makes to the trader at the price that he decides, not the market decides.
Dr. Yunus's solution was the concept of microfinance. It works similarly to a loan from the bank but does not have as many requirements. Even though the interest rate is usually higher than a bank loan, this gives the people of developing nations the opportunity to use the funds to start their own businesses or better themselves. Many charitable organizations have recognized the effectiveness of Dr. Yunus's model and have used it to great effect.
This is Kiva. Kiva is a website where people like you can lend a small amount of money to people like Pedro.
Online organization to follow Dr. Yunus's model is Kiva. Kiva works as follows. The entrepreneur in developing nations requests loans from various microfinance institutes associated with Kiva. The institutions give loans to the entrepreneur, then post the person's story on Kiva's website. Many everyday people in developed nations are able to read these touching stories, then loan money to Kiva itself, under the impression that their money is going directly to the entrepreneur. However, this is not the case. The truth is the donations Kiva receives goes back to the institutions who already provided the loan. The entrepreneur is then able to establish their business and eventually repay the institution. After the loan is repaid, the institution sends the loan amount back to Kiva, who then takes the funds and repays the people of developed nations who had funded the lenders. Here is a map depicting regions where Kiva is currently active. The loans that people provide will most likely have a direct impact on a person in these areas. To help understand the effectiveness of Dr. Yunus's model, here are 2 stories from women in India.
আমরা এই যে বন্ধন থেকে কিছু সাহায্য পাচ্ছি, মানে কিছু লোনটা যে পাচ্ছি, টাকাটা পাচ্ছি, তা থেকে আমরা কিছু কাজ করতে পারছি এবং আমরা ছোট করে কিছু আয় করতে পারছি। এটাই আমাদের খুব ভালো লাগে, কারণ আমরা তো আগে কিছুই পেয়েছিলাম না। সেটাই আমাদের খুব ভালো লাগছে, একটার পর একটা ধাপে আমরা উঠতে পারছি।
আমি টাকা নিয়েছি বন্ধন অফিস থেকে। আমি টাকা নিয়ে কাজে লেগেছি জরির কাজের জন্য। প্রথমে ঢাড্ডা কিনা হয়েছে, বন্ধনের মিটোই টাকা মিটোই সংসার চালাই, আপদ বিপদ মেয়েদের ছেলে মেয়েদের পড়ানো শেখানো এইগুলোই করি। আমি যতকাল আমার যতকাল চলবে আমি ততকালই যুক্ত রাখবো।
While the concept of microfinance cannot solve all of the issues of poverty around the world, it is an effective system that helps ambitious and hardworking people in developing nations better themselves and contribute to society, which in turn spurs small-scale economic growth.